Right, I'm very pleased to be able to speak about a book on the position of China in the world economy, because really two processes are taking place, and the chapter which I did interrelates and looks at China's efficiency, and it deals with both of them. The first is the changes which are taking place in the world economy, and the second is China's change in technological place within that world economy. To look at the first, what is happening is that the United States is retreating into protectionism, and we may say that the world is really divided into a two-track economy. One, which is China and the global south countries, are growing very fast and have no desire to retreat from globalization at all, and that's why, for example, China's exports and trade continue to be extremely dynamic. It's just simply shifting its trade from the United States to the global south countries. Europe, unfortunately, hasn't quite made up its mind whether it wants to go with the fast-growing global south and China or with the United States, but that will doubtless become clear in due course. The second element in the situation, which is shown by China's rise in efficiency of its economy, is the change in place of China in world technology. If we go back to the beginning of the last five-year plan, the 14th five-year plan, China was essentially a producer of medium or medium-high technology. Perhaps there was an area in which China was a technological leader, but there's certainly with no significant number. When we emerged from the 14th five-year plan, China is the world technological leader in a whole series of industries, not in everything, of course, but for example in EVs, solar energy, drones, areas of telecommunications, areas of AI. This is something which no developing country has ever achieved before. There have been developing countries before which grew very fast, not as fast as China, but nevertheless they were growing fast. But never before have you had a situation in which a developing country has become a world technological leader. Obviously, as China is entering into the 15th five-year plan this year, this is going to expand further. I don't know exactly how many industries China is the world technological leader in at the present time, 20, 30, we will see. But we can be absolutely sure that driven by the macroeconomic fundamentals, China by the end of the 15th five-year plan will be a leader in at least twice as many. And that's why it's necessary to look realistically, not engage in propaganda about what the situation of China's economy is. China's economy is extremely efficient. That means it has to invest less in order to grow than, for example, the United States or Europe. And it's the combination of the high level of research and development of China, which is indicated by its high level of research and development spending in GDP, and the integration of science and technology with direct production, which is the key economic idea of President Xi Jinping, that is leading to China changing its place in the world. So the key things are two. One, most of the world does not want to go along with the protectionism of the United States, and therefore the trend of globalization, particularly of the large global south economies, will continue. And secondly, China will move from being has already moved and will continue to move into being a world technological leader. So those are what I think are the key aspects of the book, and that's why I think it's very important to read it.